Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, it's time to get real. Oh, yeah. It's a new experience. Spirituality. Yeah, keep your ears open for this one now. Spirituality. You got a question for RLN? Spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get some answers, baby. Spirituality. Oh, now we getting real. Getting real. Spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get down. Really. Yeah, you gonna feel good now. Real good. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Time to get real.
Oh, thank you, audience. Hello, everyone. Welcome to reality. Okay, that's enough. Welcome to Reality Spirituality. I am your host, Rebecca Lynn Norrington, and I am excited to be with you this evening on a Monday. Do you know February has 29 days this year? I am so excited just to share this time with you, and I appreciate your time. And thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the emails. Reality Spirituality is something that I live every day. Today was a special day because, don't tell anyone, but I called in sick. Well, I just said I was taking a day off, calling in sick, and because I just felt like I was inspired to take the day off and to do whatever the universe inspired me to do. Life for me is about inspiration. It's not about scheduling. It's not about accomplishing. It's about what do I feel inspired to do at this moment. But before I go on with the topic of the day, which the topic of the evening, actually there are a few topics. I have to cover the Academy Awards. I have to talk about what we were talking about yesterday, struggling, and what is the secret struggle. And I also want to talk about opinions and judgments. Reality spirituality, for me, links and puts a light on your everyday life experiences, from waiting in a line at the store, to driving in your car, to shopping, to having not a confrontation, but having a connection with coworkers, people on the street, strangers, family, friends. Everything that happens to you and me, there is a spiritual link. Everything that happens, and this is my opinion, everything that happens is a spiritual experience. That's what I believe. And every person and every event that I encounter throughout the day brings me closer by choice or takes me away from. So you have a path that either is going to take you toward happiness, or a path that's going to take you away from happiness. The universe is very simple. 1 + 1 = two. You either are creating peace or you're creating drama. You're either creating love or you're creating the opposite of. You're either creating lightness, or the opposite, which is heaviness. And you can really feel the difference. I can feel the difference. I feel the difference with everything that happens. Everything that happens in my life. If you want, let me get off of you and let me talk about me, my favorite subject. For me, being happy means being connected, means being connected, holding hands. It's a personal relationship that I have. And let me say, anytime I say I mean you too, that I have with the most powerful energy on this planet, and that is the universe or God or whatever you want to call it. It is a personal relationship. It is a relationship that I have. Not a relationship that your relationship is personal and my relationship is personal. That's the key. We are all so different. I was watching a promo for one of those medical shows that are on that's on television. And the promo was, and this is another thing that I learned, I'm not calling out any names anymore. I'm not going to say, well, it's this person's show or that person. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to call out a name. It's the concept that I want to get across. And this show was promoting, are you normal or are you not normal? That's basically what the show was saying. Who's normal and who's not normal? Now, I have a question. Who the heck... Okay, stop it. Who the hell is going to tell me what's normal for me or what's not normal for me? That's the first issue. No one can tell you, my dear audience, that anything is not normal unless you are doing harm to yourself or someone else, or unless you're creating harm to yourself or someone else, or unless you're destroying. I'm not saying that's normal or not normal. I'm saying that I am here to tell you that whatever quirk, whatever little, whatever it is that you are doing and you like doing it, no one can tell you it's normal or not normal. It depends on how you feel. And I have embraced this is so strange, but I have embraced the term weirdo because I do some things and feel things and react to things that maybe someone wouldn't. Do you know that I create okay, let me just share a story. Oh, my stories. I love to laugh, and I love to make people laugh. And if there's nobody around to laugh, or listen, I'm not looking, gee, I have to make someone laugh today. No. But what I'm saying is it's one of my things. I like it. I like being light. I like being fun and funny. And if there's no one around, guess what? I entertain myself. Now, is that normal or not normal? Who can say? I am the only one that is going to look in the mirror at the end of the day and put a quote-unquote judgment on it. Before I go on with the show, I want to request you to call in with your stories or your issues or your challenges. The number here to speak with me is 646-564-9619. 646-564-9619. The point is, if you like it and you enjoy it, I don't care how you dress, what you think, how you decorate your home. It doesn't matter to me. My arms are outstretched. I love what you are doing. I embrace. If that's what you like, I'm right there with you. Reality spirituality means dissecting everything that happens. Everything that happens. Basically, it means living in the moment to get the most, to receive the most joy, the most amount of love. It's like the universe hugging you. And when the universe hugs you, when you allow the universe to hug you, the feeling that you get, the feeling that I get, the feeling is overwhelming. And that's how I choose to live every moment. I took the day off today, and there were a few things that quote unquote went right, and there were a few things that went wrong. But you know what? Reality, spirituality, for me, everything goes right. Oh, we sold out of this prescription. I have this cream that I put on for inflammation, muscle. We sold out. Went to another pharmacy, sold out. Went to a totally different store, sold out. Well, guess what? For whatever the reason, the universe doesn't want me to have this cream at this time. That's all I'm saying. Every day is a welcome challenge, and every day brings and allows me to make a choice. And basically that's what happiness is about. Making choices of how I am going to respond to whatever happens to me on this planet for as many years as the universe is going to allow me to live on this planet at this time. I watched the Academy Awards yesterday. I watched it because, and I hadn't watched it in a long time, and honestly, I have not seen any of the movies that were up for Best Picture. I have not seen any of the actors or actresses that were up for Best Actor and Actress. I have not seen any of it. And let me tell you something. 10 years ago, oh my goodness, I knew every movie. I'd seen every movie. I knew the parts. I could recite the parts. It's just not my thing anymore, but I watched it because it's fascinating to me what is important in this community. Not making a judgment, just making a comment. So I have a question for you, audience, because I respect and the people that were nominated. Oh my goodness, come on! The craft of acting, to be able to portray someone. I mean, that is a talent, an enormous talent. But I have a question. Does winning an award bring happiness? Now, I'm not asking about the people that won the awards. I'm talking to you. If you won an award or recognized, is this going to bring you happiness? Now, I'm going to give you my answer while you're thinking of yours. Because I've been in a few contests. I've won some and I've lost some. Recently, maybe about a year and a half ago, I am a Toastmaster, and Toastmasters are, for people that don't know, it's an international public speaking club, community, organization. And I was in more than one contest. But let me back up a little bit. When I joined Toastmasters, it was because I wanted to be able to speak in front of an audience without getting nervous, without wondering what I'm going to say. Can you believe that I need a Toastmaster? Well, I did. I did. And I needed it because I wanted to expand my audience. And I wanted to be able to feel comfortable in front of an audience. Bottom line is, I joined a few years ago, and I remember going to Toastmaster contests and seeing these people in the district contest and divisional contest and international contests and on, and global contests. And I remember seeing these people that were competing, and I said, "Oh my God, they're so good! If I ever got to that, I'd be so happy. Oh my God, I would never be able to compete." First of all, I don't like contests, and you know why I don't like contests? Because I don't like to lose. Didn't like to lose. My first contest was a humorous speech contest. And I won at my club level. And I won at I'm trying to remember the order of things. And I won at the divisional level, I believe. Yeah, division. And then at the district, I lost. So my question to you is, my question at the time, I remember, wow, I won a contest, I won the division, I didn't win the district. even though I thought it was funnier than the person that was giving the speech, but the other speech. But the winning or the losing gives me a feeling for that moment. But there's a difference of being happy for a moment and sustaining happiness for ever. It's like junk food. Junk food, you can eat those fiery Cheetos, those cheddar jalapeno Cheetos, which is one of my favorites. And yeah, it makes you feel pretty good for the moment. But I am into reality spirituality teaches and is into happiness for the long run, happiness for ever, happiness for the moment you realize that you have the choice until the last day that you breathe your last breath. And that's the kind of happiness and that's the kind of connection that I'm talking about. I was entered into the International Inspirational Speech Contest. I won at the division. And let me tell you something. This speech that I gave brought tears to everyone's eyes. I mean, there was no dry eye in the house. Every time I gave the speech, I was choked up. It was about what I learned, the lessons I learned from my father, along with pictures of me and my father. I mean, it was beautifully done with a great message. And the message was what my father taught me, now what I am going to teach my son. It was so hundreds of people came up to me and said, wow, you need to have that published. You need to, it is like the most wonderful speech I've ever heard. I can relate. My parents, one of my parents had the same issues. I'm just giving you a overview of what the speech was about and how much it meant to me. It was very personal, very real, very honest. And I got to the district level, and I lost. I lost because people, whatever, judges didn't think that it was as good as someone else's. But let me tell you something. I walked out of there and I did not feel like I lost a thing. Getting back to the Oscars. What if these people, these Oscars, this show, nobody attended? Nobody was in the audience. Do you think that the Oscar would have mattered if nobody wrote about it? If nobody was in the audience? You still got the trophy. People still voted that you were the best. You were the best in your field in this year. But do you think how much weight, how much influence would it be if you were receiving an award and there was nobody in the audience. Does that take away from the grandeur from the winning an Oscar? I think that, and this is my opinion, I don't know of any television show, of any radio show, of any textbook, of any person that talks about it doesn't matter anything external that happens external. Winning an Oscar is external. How long is that feeling going to last? There's nothing wrong with having that feeling. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm not into something that's going to last for a moment or 2 or 3 days or 4 days. I'm into what is going to last for a lifetime. What feeling, what can I sink my teeth in? What can I dig my nails in that's going to last a lifetime? And that's what reality spirituality is about. Happiness that is going to last and you're going to feel forever. And it doesn't matter who's going to be voted president this year. It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with the stock market. It has nothing to do with an award. It has nothing to do with a new car. It has something to do with a foundation that cannot be moved. A foundation that is so, it's like concrete. It is concrete. It's solid. That's what I'm talking about when I say creating this happiness. You hear a lot, people will say, money doesn't make you happy. And you've heard people with money saying that money doesn't make you happy. Things don't make you happy. When are we going to believe it? I believe it. I believe it. And I know it. I'm a big football fan. Big football fan. Basketball fan too, in playoffs. And I was listening to this quote. And it was a football quote, and it says, football doesn't build character. Football exposes character. And it's the same thing with life. Life doesn't bring you happiness. What life does is exposes whether you're happy or not. I want to thank you for joining me this evening. I love this show. I love connecting with you. I love your emails. Please don't stop sending me emails and suggestions. I encourage you to call in, write in with your questions, because my purpose, one of my purposes, is to share with you the strategies and the tools for living happily ever after. This is Rebecca Norrington, and you've been listening to Reality Spirituality.
Oh, it's time to get real. Oh, yeah. It's the new experience. Yeah, keep your ears open for this one now. You got a question for RLN? Yeah, it's time to get some answers, baby. Oh, now we getting real. Yeah, it's time to get down.